Well, here we are on a chilly December morning, December 1st, and I have never seen the river this low before. But I've got two ultralight rods and a few little small lures, and we'll see if we can scare up some fish out there. Let's see what happens. It's amazing out here how much ground and trees are showing. Usually all this is underwater. The reason it's so low is Dominion Energy, which controls Lake Murray, is dropping the lake down very low, and in turn the river that feeds it, the Saluda River, has also dropped down very low. But hopefully still be able to catch some fish. Now the rig I'm going to start with is a 132 ounce jig head with a 2.5 inch gulp minnow on there, and see what happens with that. I may go to something a little smaller later, but we're going to start with that. Yeah. So I was parked in a little sandbar here, a little deeper water around me. The rod and reel is just a little semi-cheap South Bend Microlight that I picked up. Seems to work pretty well, and we'll see if we can catch some fish on it. I've been seeing a few bait fish popping around out here. Got 6 pound braid. It's pretty light. Should be able to cast pretty good with that. Yeah. With everything that's out in the water showing now, I expect to get hung up a few times. The wind is cold. It's about 45 degrees right now. It was 31 early this morning. Should be in the 50s today. A couple days ago it was in the 70s. That's South Carolina weather for you. Just to give you an idea of the drastic change, this is a huge cove that I usually come back and fish in. And boy, it looks different now. Amazing. I can see why I catch fish back here though with all the cover in the water. Oh. A little grass grows in here. Maybe the fishing will be even better when the water comes back up. We'll see. There's that giant we've been looking for. Woo! What a huge fish. Well, maybe not that huge. Right in the swirls around this rock. Maybe he's got some bigger biddies hanging out around there. You can see I changed my bait up. It's getting hung up and broke off so much that I started using a cork and went to a 1/64th jig head with a 1 inch minnow on there. Gulp minnow, which the panfish really love. So I've been fighting the current and the wind all morning, and it is cold. You see my hat in the bottom of the yak down there drying out because it blew off my head into the river. I'm sure it'll dry off in a little while. Pretty strange the way the current plays around with you. I'm going downstream, and my float with the minnow on it going upstream as it swirls around these rocks. Try to get back a little closer where those to the rocks here. I found one of the coves that's not completely dry. Got out of some of that wind. Oh, there's a bait. This is still pretty shallow up in here. And I'll hang up again. Here's a few fish jumping now. And that sun is starting to wake them up. It's actually the first time I've tried a ultralight rig. I'm liking it for the pan fishing bait. It's really hard to cast out a 1/64th ounce jig head on a regular rod and reel. But as you can see, I get a pretty good cast on these. Ooh. You'd think she was a big fish. What do we got here? Oh, I got a little crappie. That's different. A white crappie. Yep. That's pretty good. And that, I believe, is a green sunfish. That species to bluegill and crappie. All right. So we got this down. Another green sunfish. But, woo. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Been on hellgrammite. That's a pretty cool little lure. Like a nasty bug. Pretty fish. There is so much wildlife out here. Beautiful. Well, the sun's getting low. I got a pretty long paddle back down the river. So I'm going to close here, and I will see you next time.